welcome to Rainbowedutuber channel. This is your host Omar Malik. And today we have a very special topic, and let us go for it. Where Russia stands today. In our earlier video, we mentioned about the recent invasion of Ukraine, and that causes a global warming all over. So today we will have a brief conveying message to the global community where we wanted to note and point out exactly where Russia is leading, which means the purpose of this invasion and at this sequence, what exactly they are thinking regarding Israel. You see, if you see the whole geographical location and the geopolitical matter, then you will see that Russia and Mr. President Putin, whatever the initiative and purpose he has taken for the invasion of Ukraine or whichever word or expression of conversation we mentioned before the global platform, whether it is a form of attack, invasion, or is a form of war. But actually, it is a very internal conflict between Russia and Ukraine for a long time. And lastly, there was a Minsk agreement between Russia and Ukraine, which was stipulated with several clauses. And if the viewers, if you browse it and with the Google, if you see all the notes, then you will find out exactly what was the Minsk agreement incorporated there. And based on that Minsk agreement, it was never implemented since 8 years, and that was one of the key reasons Russia took steps to take over Ukraine. The geographical location of Ukraine is based with western border and at the same time eastern European border. Now, at such sequence, if Ukraine joins NATO alliance, it endangers Russian territory and border, because the NATO alliance will come over to the border of Donbas area, and all military equipment setup of NATO alliance will be there, and that will never be possible in reality to accept by Mr. President Putin. And that is one of the key reasons Mr. President Putin of Russia never thought of that Ukraine should go for NATO alliance, and at that sequence this purpose of invasion or takeover of the plan of President Putin stepped in. Now, the geopolitical issue, the global leaders and the NATO councils, as you have noted, that announced that they have declined to have no fly no space fly zone in the territory of Ukraine, and President Zelensky of Ukraine condemned and also said many adverse words towards NATO is also not right, because NATO and global leaders, they have realized one point, that they don't want war with Russia. As such, they are actually alliance for defending the 30 countries that are included. But in reality, Ukraine yet not join NATO. So into such regard, technically and lawfully, NATO cannot come up straightway and defend Ukraine. There are legal matters as well, law of contract and constitutional matters that comes over. So as such, then also because of on humanitarian and compassionate ground, the NATO leaders, the councils, they said for any sort of defending Ukraine, they will support from the back end, extending military support, medical equipment, emergency support for the Ukraine refugees and all other means. However, at this situation, yesterday President Putin already made a halt of the military special operation so that the casualties, whatever the jargon is going on, may stop, and at the same time the civilian can move out to safe places. So situation at this moment are at hold. Strategically, Putin, whatever the steps he has taken so far, he was very much condemned by the global leaders, and at the same time from each corner, Russian got strict sanctions in relation to financial transaction, banking, and many more restrictions. And at the same time, President Putin as well put sanction on oil gas supplies to Europe as well, similarly. So with this message, we wanted to mention that actually the strategical manner where Russia stands today, they have actually proved that what the whole scenario and matter of this Ukraine issue is all about. Number one, they wanted to highlight that they are actually looking for Nazi declassification. Secondly, they wanted to secure themselves, and they don't want Western part to involve in this internal conflict, and at the same time they want Ukraine under Russia. Just before 19th century, it was Russia and Ukraine same manner. So those are the point. Factually, it matters to President Putin. So far, in accordance whatever had happened, based on that, this whole matter can be narrated such way. Until then, we cannot predict what will be the future, but at the same time, we can at least calculate and speculate what exactly the present situation. So let us hope for the best that the two republic comes into a resolution, and the world gets a peaceful solution, which everybody is very much intense at the moment, and Russia and Ukraine get solved. Until then, as you all know, viewers, that Rainbowedutuber channel is broadcasting regularly several and multiple type of subjects like broadcasting, campaign, culture, heritage, information and education. So if you like our channel, then please do place your comment in the inbox and place likes and subscribe our channel, and also guide us, give us your opinion about what sort of information you want, and we will try to make more videos upcoming for you all, and act accordingly. Until then, I'm signing off from here, and with all good hopes. Take care.